Hello and welcome to this video, which is the fifth part of standard library on Python. So let's get started on this. I have opened terminal here so that we don't have to switch. So the next function which we are going to cover is called get attr or get attribute. So for example, I have an integer 9 here. Now if you type x dot, then whatever is populated here is an attribute of the int class in Python. Okay, so one of the attributes is bit length. So you can actually invoke the function bit length on X. Note that it is a function and not a data attribute. So let me see what directory I'm in. Okay. So go to num where it is. Now let's run this. So it tells us two things. One is that it is a built-in method, bit length, on the int object, and it also prints 4, which is the bit length required to store this. Now suppose I add extra numbers to it. Okay, run this program again, and now bit length required is 70. So this attribute is there. Similarly, you can invoke an attribute, not the function. One of the attributes is imaginary and real part on a number. So here I am trying to get the imaginary part. So we run this again. So imaginary part comes out to be 0. Okay, so this is also 0 because it is not a function. This is also 0. So that is the attribute. Now one of the things you should remember is that if you invoke get attribute which does not exist, then it will raise an error of type attribute error. See here. You see it says attribute error. Int object has no attribute, this one. Now if you look at get attr function, it takes three things. One is an object, the first argument is an object, the second is name, which is an str, and third is a default. So when you are invoking such attributes about which you don't know, it is best to give it a default value. Okay, now this won't cause attribute error. The default value will be the attribute. Okay, you can set it so that the exception will not come. Second is that, for example, if you do the same thing on a dictionary, then items is a function, and len is also a function which is overloaded of underscore underscore len underscore underscore. So in this case, the length will be 2 because there are 2 items. So let's run this. So first it prints that it's a function object. Second one returns a dictionary, which is a list form, which is given in a list form, and the length in the second call is 2. So that is the length of the dictionary. The next function is the default function. Okay, do the check on default. I will uncomment everything. And comment this so that you can see what default does. So we are interested in this output. This is the default dictionary. It gives you all the available names in the current namespace. For example, the dictionary has come, D, X has come, okay, and the name of the file. So these are the default things which have come in this output. Okay, it is always available to your RAM. Okay? If it would be part of a package, the package would be populated and so on. For example, if you take this D, this function f, and if you put it right on the top, this should also come in the globals. The function f has also come here. So whatever is available before the call will come in the globals namespace, other than the built-ins. So that is the default. Move on to further things. Now we will talk about has ATTR. Now has ATTR will test for existence of an attribute in the object. Like get ATTR, you can also supply a default value. So it is false. Now has ATTR, how it works internally is that it calls get ATTR, and if it succeeds, then that value is returned, then true is returned. But if get ATTR raises an exception of attribute error, then it will give you false. That's how has ATTR works. Now the next is a hash function. So immutable values can be hashed in Python. For example, a string or a tuple can be hashed. Mutable values cannot be hashed. For example, a list or a dictionary cannot be hashed. So I have computed a hash of 3 items. One is an integer 1, second is a tuple containing 1, 2, and third is a string. We run this and we get 3 hash values. Hash values are always integer. That's why this is a restriction on dictionary keys, that they should be hashable. This hash is used to quickly find the dictionary elements in a Python dictionary. So it is of importance that you remember this, that hash is applicable only to certain hashable objects. Next is the help function. You can invoke help on many classes and functions, and it will print the docstring of that function or the class. For example, we have invoked help on print function. You see, what it will do is it will give you help on built-in function print. This is the details of the help function. So if you want to test the help function, that how it will work on your custom function, we have created a function f. It has this docstring which comes immediately after function, will come as help in the help f. This docstring will come as output. If you run this, so it tells you quite a few things. Help on function f in the module main. Okay, f, the help is actually sample help, which I have written here. If you change this something like this, you will see that it will automatically change. Okay, this is used generally to document classes and functions and how they work in Python. So I'll stop here because I like to make small videos, and in the next video we will learn about more built-in functions, and I plan to cover most of standard library which are of importance. So we will slowly get there, and once we are done with this Python standard library, I will start a new playlist on HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. We will see when we get there. All right. So if you have found this video useful and informative, then please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share as much as you can. Make use of the comment box for whatever you want to say. And I would like to know you guys who are watching the video and interact with you people. The secondary objective is that it reaches more people, and I also get motivated when people subscribe to the channel and like the video, so that gives me motivation. But even if you are watching the video, that also motivates. Higher number of views motivates me, because that feels like a reward that since I'm making the video, someone is watching it. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day.